Hello everyone, St Mary's and St Helens. We just wanted to really quickly and really briefly just come together to say how much we're looking forward to seeing everyone next week. And particularly we wanted to talk a little bit about just a few priorities. So a few really important things that we're going to be doing with you when you return. In terms of how we're keeping everyone safe and how things are organised in our schools, they're going to be really similar to how it was just before Christmas. So we'll be in our bubbles. There'll be the same kind of one-way system. We'll be washing our hands. All of the things that we did really well last time. So I think it will be really easy in that sense to come back to what it'll be everything that you already know. You might have a slightly different time at the beginning of the day and the end of the day, but other than that, really, we're keeping all of those things that work so well the same. But we can't wait to see you. So we're going to have a quick intro for Mrs. Scriven and then for Mr. Chappell, and then we're going to talk to you about the way that we're going to organise things here in terms of our learning and how we get back together. Mrs. Scriven.
Thank you, Mr. Spence. I just want to say that I'm so looking forward to seeing your smiling faces coming down the path on Monday. Before we talk about next week, though, I just wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you. Thank you to the children. You've been working so incredibly hard at home, and the work you've produced and sent to us on Dojo has been amazing. And also thank you to the parents. And I know that Mr. Chappell and Mr. Spence have said the same for the parents at St Helens. You've all been so supportive, and you've really helped your children succeed, whilst a lot of you have been working from home and also managing your households. I really am in awe of everything you've achieved as parents during this time. So thank you very much. Over to Mr. Chappell.
Yeah, no, just to echo the sentiments of Mrs. Scriven, just obviously St Helens, parents and family, community has all come together, and the children have been amazing. Our ethos of flying high, we know you've done your very, very best that you possibly could over the last 6 weeks. And we can't wait to see you next week and everybody to reconnect on the classrooms and the playgrounds. It's just going to be great to hear that buzz around school, because it's been great being in school over these last 6 weeks and hearing the children in the classrooms, but it's a huge difference and something very exciting when there's almost 200 children in school and seeing all the learning and everything else that you're going to be up to, which we'll talk a little bit more about. So we just wanted to say again, thank you to everybody who's been working so hard at home, and we cannot wait to see you all flying high in school next week.
Amazing. So we wanted to talk to you a little bit about 3 things that we think are going to be really important for us over the next few weeks and months as we come back into school together, because we've been apart and it will feel a bit funny probably coming back together straight away, but it will quickly settle back into the swing of things. And so these are some of the things that we think are really important that our teachers are going to be working with you on as well, and we're going to be working on as a community. So the first thing is, for me, it's the yellow one, and it's your learning. We think that's really important, obviously, isn't it? You've been working so hard at home, doing all kinds of learning, and it's what's been amazing through lockdown is our learning's carried on. All the things you would have been learning in school, we've managed to keep up with. But we know that we will have all done different things at different times. And so we want to do a couple of things. And all of it is about trying to make sure that we support you as children making really good progress through the rest of the year. So we want to make sure that we support you with your reading. So that might be phonics if you're younger, or reading as you get older as well. Thinking about the vocabulary and the words that we use, and our writing and our maths. That's really important. But although that's really important, we want to make sure our learning is broad and balanced. So we're getting lots of time to do sport and art and all the things as well that add to having a great time at school. So it's about finding out how you've got on with your learning. So, by asking questions and seeing what you've done, and then also re-establishing really good progress for you and supporting you with those things that are so important so that you're ready for next year, ready for secondary school. Some of you, we want to make sure that learning's really prioritized and important. So that was my one. I think Mrs. Scriven is going to talk about the green box.
Brilliant. So think about in September, when we normally come back after our summer holiday, and we're really reminding ourselves of our routines and some of our school rules. I know at St Mary's we talk about being responsible, respectful and staying safe. And I know that St Helens rules are not exactly the same, but they feed into the same kind of themes. Now in September, we're always really thinking, right, this year is going to be a great year. And we come in with that attitude. We get to know your class. We remind ourselves of what it is like to be a St Mary's pupil or a St Helens pupil. And we talk about, striving for the best we can be. At St Helens, you talk about flying high, and at St Mary's, we link to Psalm 139, where we talk about being amazing and really setting out to achieve the very best you can be as a unique person, because everyone in our schools are truly special, and we want you to be successful. So when you come back on Monday, we're going to have some time where we're reconnecting, we're reminding ourselves what it means to be part of a class, what it means to be part of a school. We'll have some assemblies virtually to start with, but we're just going to make sure that we're really working together to make our classes and our schools the very best we can be, and making sure we're thinking about how we reconnect. Some of you I know have been working at home, and I know that you haven't necessarily been seeing your friends, some of you not even virtually. So just reminding yourselves of those really special friendships you have in school, and giving you time to be with your friends as well. And just making sure we both schools think about our brave change maker skills, and we think about being empathetic, we think about cooperating together and being great teams in our learning. And that's some of the focus we'll have in those first couple of weeks. So really reminding ourselves what it means to be part of St Mary's and St Helens, and reminding us how special we are to be part of this brilliant school community.
And the final thing links to culture, actually, and that's about children's well-being. We know, obviously, these last 6 weeks have been a bit strange. And in fact, if you look at the bigger picture, the last year or so hasn't, as we all know, been as normal and attending school every day. So one of the things that our teachers have been working really hard over the last couple of weeks to think about the children's return in both schools at St Mary's and St Helens is to think about how we can make those connections again with each other, and how we can thrive with our well-being. So we want to see lots of our children being active at break times and dinner times, and using our amazing outdoor facilities that we have both here at St Helens and St Mary's. So we want to see the physical well-being thriving over the next few terms up until the summer. We also want to help children reconnect emotionally with each other, because as Mrs. Scriven said, obviously social interaction has been one of the things. Seeing your friends in person and relationships has been something that you may not have had the opportunity to do. So that's something that we're really going to be championing over the next few weeks as well, and making sure that we build in lots of opportunities for children to work together, and also for us to think about our own well-being as well. And obviously we've got lots of work that we do on Jigsaw, and next term is all about Healthy Me, and so obviously we're going to be looking at those as well. So lots and lots of opportunities for us to develop alongside our learning, alongside of getting back into flying high and being amazing. We're going to help you guys as well as much as possible, so that everybody can reach their potential. And also a message to parents as well in both schools: if there are any worries or concerns about anything, don't hesitate to come and see us. As normal, we're always there to help you guys as well, parents, carers, with any concerns that you may have with the children's return to school. So as we said, we can't wait to see you next week. That's the most important thing. We're really looking forward to seeing you next week.
Amazing. So that was it from us, really, just to say we can't wait to see you, like we've said a number of times. Really excited about that, and can't wait to get back together, get learning, get back together, and to look after each other. So have a great weekend. Hopefully get outside a little bit, get some exercise and some fresh air, and we can't wait to see you then on Monday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.